I know it's a little dark, but hopefully my explanations will make sense. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing this evening? How's everyone doing this evening? Great. Okay. Crickets. Hi. I'm Victoria. I am going to lead you guys through a Power Vinyasa class this evening. And I have a lovely assistant here. Her name is Olivia. So she will be assisting the class. If you prefer not to be touched at all, I will give you a cue in just a second to raise your hand so we could take note of that. And we will totally respect that, no worries. But any requests, I have some shoulder opening planned, some arm balances planned. Besides that, anything else? No? Abs, great. That goes with the territory. Let's come into child's pose. So big toes to touch, your knees out wide. And then right away, go ahead and settle in. Begin to invite an inner sense of knowing with each breath, whatever that means to you. So at this time, if you would prefer not to be assisted, if you could just give us a little hand raise really quickly. All right, got it. Thank you, guys. So settle back into your child's pose. Go ahead and bring your pinky fingers to the edges of your mat today so that you can find some space between your ears and your shoulders. And then sink your hips back a little deeper. Start to settle in by bringing your breath in and out through your nose. And maybe right away, you can let go of everything else that happened today, any expectations you had for yourself for class. Can you let go of all of those things and just really come back to what is within? Take 3 full body breaths. Find a deep inhale to the belly, fill up. Exhale, let it go. 2 more big breaths in. Big breaths out. Find 1 more, fill up. And on your exhale, press up, tabletop, all fours. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round, chin and tailbone together, cat pose. Take 3 more cat cows, just like that, finding a lift and then rounding through the spine. Take them a little more slowly today than you normally would. Think about the movement as you're doing it. Take your final cat-cow in here. And then once you're complete with this cycle, meet me in a neutral tabletop, all fours. Tuck the toes under, hovering tabletop pause. So just the knees lift off the mat. And right away, I want you to find this connection with all 10 fingertips into your mat and belly button to spine. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, draw your right knee to your right elbow, pause. Hold for 3, hold for 2. Step back, hovering tabletop, pause. Left knee to the left elbow, hold for 3. Flex your foot for 2. And 1, step it back, hovering tabletop, 1 breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the heels low, hips up high. Start to pedal out the feet here. Maybe you shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then settle into your stillness. Take one big breath in, long breath out, and then simply without any extra movement, draw your right knee to your right elbow, shift it forward, hold for 3. Core's engaged for 2. Hold for 1, step it back, downward facing dog. 1 breath in, exhale, left knee to left elbow, hold for 3. Flex your toes towards your face for 2. Maybe shift forward a little more for 1, step it back, downward facing dog, and then shift forward, high plank, pause. So right away, find the way that you want your high plank to look like for the rest of class. Can you engage the quads, press the mat away from you, hold for 3, hold for 2, and then slowly lower all the way to the belly, release. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting just the chest, rise. Exhale, let go. Inhale, baby cobra, rise. Exhale, release the chest. Then drop the hands, bring your right cheek to the mat, tee out your arms, and roll over your right shoulder. Maybe you kickstand your left foot behind you. Stay here for 1 breath in. And then on your exhale, release, rolling back to center. Left cheek comes to the mat as you roll over the left shoulder this time. Maybe peeling open the chest a little more for 1 breath in. Exhale, come back to center to the belly. Plant the palms, curl the toes under. High plank, press it up. Send it back, downward facing dog. Long inhale in. Exhale, tippy toe the feet to meet the hands, hang in a ragdoll, pause. Clasp opposite elbows, bend your knees generously, maybe you sway from side to side slightly. Just really allowing the crown of the head here to grow heavy. And then when you're ready, maybe you clasp the hands behind the low back, start to draw the knuckles closer to the front of the room, take your time. With each exhale, you draw the knuckles closer down. Take 1 more inhale in. As you exhale, release the hands. And with 1 breath at a time, you slowly roll all the way up to stand. Once you arrive, roll your shoulder blades forward, up and back. Pause, bring your hands to heart center. Zip the feet up tight. Let's all take 1 big breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep it up high. Exhale, forward fold, release. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high plank, pause. As you inhale, shift the shoulders forward, pause. Exhale, lower halfway, pause. Inhale, upward facing dog, sweep it up. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Be willing to go a little slower at the start. Be willing to check in to see what you need. Take 1 more long inhale in. Exhale, look forward, travel, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep it up. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low you go. Step it, shoot it back. Sweep it up, send it back, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Start to tune in even more. 1 more big inhale fills you up. Exhale, sends you forward, feet to hands. Lengthen, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot it back, step it back. Meet me in your down dog for one breath in, one breath out. Travel feet to hands. Find your length, find your fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, fold down low. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot it back, step it back. Sweep it up. Downward facing dog, skip the breath, feet to hands. Find your length, find your fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, fold down low. Find your length. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot it back, step it back. Downward facing dog, skip the breath, feet to hands. Lengthen, fold, mountain, fold tight. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa flow. You go. Take 3 more sun A's with your pace at your own breath, starting to really forget about everybody else in this room. It is just you, your breath, and your mat. And then once you are complete with your 3 sun A's, meet me in your downward facing dog. Check back in, settle back in the breath. 1 inhale in. Exhale, look forward, travel feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit low, chair pose. Start to really find a drop in the tailbone here so that you can both sit a little lower, but remove any arch out of your low back. Then go ahead and draw your thumbs back in space, lift the chest, sit a little lower because you can. Again, forget about everything else in the way. Just focus on your breath here. Take 1 long inhale in. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa flow, you go. Find a high to low. Meet me in your downward facing dog. Then step your right foot through, low lunge, rise. Dropping the back knee, uncurling the back toes. Start by hugging everything into the midline, and then when you're ready, you can lift the palms, sweep the palms up. On your exhale, tee out the arms, look over to the windows, and then reach your left fingertips up and back. Dropping your right palm to your left calf. Maybe you start to walk the fingertips closer to your left heel. Take 1 big breath in. On your exhale, low lunge twist to the windows, rise. So curl the back toes under. Start to draw the right hip back in space. Take 1 long inhale in. On your exhale, pivot on the back foot, warrior 1, rise. Sink deep into your front knee as you ground down through the front heel. Plug your right shoulder back in space. And then clasp your hands at your low back. Inhale, puff up the chest, proud warrior. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior, release. So again, take your time here, slowly drawing the knuckles closer to the front of the room. Keep that deep bend in the front knee. Take 1 more long inhale in. As you exhale, release the palms, vinyasa, high to low plank you go. Sweep it up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step your left foot through, low lunge, left side. Drop the back knee and curl the back toes. Draw your left hip back in space, and then you sink a little lower. Reach it up, then tee out the arms, twist over to the blank wall this time as you reach the right fingertips up and back. Really take your time here, finding space between each rib. Take one more inhale in. On your exhale, low lunge, twist, plant the right palm down, twist up and over to the left side. Peeling open your chest, gaze up to your top palm. One more inhale. Exhale, pivot on the back foot, warrior one, stand up tall. Squaring your rib cage off to the front of the room this time. And then maybe you sink a little lower. Clasp the hands at the low back, puff up, proud warrior, inhale. Exhale, bow for humble warrior. So starting to feel almost like a sense of relief with each exhale. Can you start to let the palms drop a little closer? One more inhale in. On your exhale, frame the front foot, chaturanga, high to low. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths, a bit of a reset. Checking in once again. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, feet to hands, travel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot it back. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, down dog. Right side, warrior one. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, high to low you go. Hit the mat. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one with your inhale, rise. Exhale, frame the front foot, vinyasa flow. High plank, low plank. Up dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Again, we forget about everything else. It's just you, your breath, and your mat. Look forward, travel, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, sweep it back. Lifting the chest, then lift the hips. Right side, warrior one. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, high to low you go. Up dog, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one, rise. Flow you go, down strong. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, down dog. 2 breaths. Use your breath powerfully for one more. Inhale in. On your exhale, look forward, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit your lowest. Exhale, fold your tightest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot it back, step it back. Up dog, find your down dog. Right side, warrior one. With a rhythm, you rise. Exhale, you flow, high to low. Find your mat, find your breath. Left side, warrior one. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, flow down low. Meet me in your downward facing dog now for 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Travel feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, fold tight. Utkatasana, sit low. Uttanasana, forward fold. Find a lift, find a chaturanga. Because you can, sweep it up, send it back. Right side, warrior one, rise up tall. Big exhale finds your flow, go. Upward facing dog, down dog. Left side, warrior one, inhale, rise. Exhale, hit the mat, you go, high to low. Meet me in your down dog, 1 breath in. Travel feet to hands, last one. Lengthen, fold tight. Chair pose, you sit your lowest. Exhale, fold your tightest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Sweep it up, send it back. 3 more warrior ones, right to left. Keep going, 3 on each side, with or without your chaturanga in between. And if you're skipping your chaturanga, do it powerfully. I do it all the time, don't worry. Just go to your down dog. But if you're willing to go there today, if you're willing to really tap in, take every chaturanga, use every facet of your breath, of your rhythm, of your body, and flow. And once you are complete with your 3 warrior ones on each side, you can meet me in a resting pose of an inversion of your choice. It is up to you. Remember your breath. You have 5 breaths to rest, to play. Three more. Take one more long breath in. Nice, Maria. Slowly come back down to the ground if you're inverted, and meet me in your downward facing dog. Let's all take a synchronized breath. So everyone ready? Big inhale in, sigh it out. Yeah, right side three-legged dog rise. I almost said warrior one. So three-legged dog, right side, kick it up. That breath got to me. Go ahead and bend your knee, open out your hip, pointing your right knee to the ceiling. Take hip circles one way and then the next. Just like lubricating up this joint. And then when you're ready, you can stay here, or I invite you to flip out your dog. And if you are flipping, ground down through your heels. That's the secret. Heels, lift the hips up high. Take one more inhale in. As you exhale, flip back over, side plank to the white wall. Your right hand is down. You're on the knife edge of your right foot, side plank. So really root down through the side edge of your right foot here to lift the hips up higher. Take one more. Inhale in. As you exhale, high plank, pause. Come up onto the elbows, forearm plank, pause. Start to tippy-toe the feet towards the elbows, dolphin pose, as much as you can, tippy-toe them in. And then when you can't anymore, tippy-toe them back out, forearm plank. One more time, inhale, tippy-toe the feet in. Exhale, tippy-toe the feet back out, forearm plank. I'm sorry, I'm a liar. This is the last one. Inhale, tippy-toe the feet all the way in. We can't do 2, we have to do 3. Go ahead and come back into your forearm plank. And then press back up, high plank, pause. Send it back, downward facing dog. Great job. On your next inhale, left side, three-legged dog rise. So kick your left heel up high. Press evenly through both palms as you bend your knee and open the hip. So keep your shoulders even. Bending your knee, open the hip, take hip circles one way and then the next. So drawing circles with your knee. And then stay here or flip out your dog. And as you flip, I want you to think reach forward instead of down. So think forward, forward, forward. One more, inhale in. Exhale, flip back over, side plank to the windows. So see if maybe this side feels a little different. Maybe you play with the top foot a little more. One more inhale in. And then on your exhale, high plank, pause. Forearm plank, pause. And then we're gonna take something called spider planks. So maybe you wanna look up at me if you need to for a second. You're just going to draw your right knee into your right tricep and then kick it back out. Left knee into the left tricep, kick it back out. Keep doing that side to side for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, for 6, 5, 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release Sphinx pose. Just drop the hips. You keep the forearms. Lift the chest. Good job. Really ground down through the tops of the feet here as you draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take 1 inhale in. Exhale, plant the palms, curl the toes under, press it up high, plank, send it back, downward facing dog. Good job. Take a long inhale in, long exhale out. Next inhale, step it through, warrior 2, rise. So everyone crawl the front toes forward a little bit, just like a little. So you can feel like you're taking up more space. Then I want you to soften the shoulders, look towards the front fingertips, and settle back into that breath. On your inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior, reach it back. Exhale, extended side angle, right side. Start to reach the left fingertips forward as you lengthen, and then crank open the chest on your exhale. Take maybe the half bind by wrapping your top hand behind your low back. Maybe you go for the full bind. Stay here for 1 more. Inhale in. If you're in the bind, I invite you to stay here. Just look forward as you step through to a bound half moon. So you're gonna step forward, start to shift your weight into your right foot, and you're probably gonna wobble a little. It's totally normal. So keep the bind as long as you can, and then once you're like, all right, I've had enough, just come into your half moon, drop the palm. It's just a nice little change sometimes for our half moon. And then once you find your Ardha Chandrasana, stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Maybe you gaze up to the top palm. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, softly step it back, warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, straighten the front knee, and then come into triangle pose, right side. Stacking the hips and shoulders again. Maybe you get lighter on the bottom palm. Peel the chest open for 1 more inhale in. On your exhale, cartwheel it down, take a slow vinyasa. High plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. Left side, warrior 2, step it through. Rise. I almost said wise. Wise, everybody. So sink into your warrior 2. I turned into, was it Bugs Bunny for a second? So you sink into your front knee. And then again, soften, smile, play. Sink a little bit deeper, you all can. And then flip your palm, reverse your warrior, reach back. Exhale, extended side angle, left side. On your inhale, think length. On your exhale, think open. Maybe you take the half or full bind on this side. Think about what you're doing As you do it, take one more long inhale in. If you're in the bind, again, I invite you to keep it, or you step through to your half moon, whatever you'd like to do. Really, the key, if you're staying in the bind here, is to root down through the four corners of your foot, and then stay here as much as you can until you're just like, all right, half moon, let's go. Drop the palm, and then look up to your top fingertips. You can start staying light on the bottom hand. Flex your right toes towards your face. Take one more inhale in. As you exhale, softly step back, warrior two, rise. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior, reach back. Straighten the front knee, and then long exhale brings you through Trikonasana, triangle pose, left side. So tuck your right butt cheek under so that you can stack the hips a little better. Maybe you gaze up to the top palm, peel open the chest for one more inhale in. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, send it back, high plank, low plank. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. Take a long inhale in, long exhale out, and then look forward, hopper step, feet to hands. With your hands, your arms remaining really heavy, slowly roll all the way up to stand like a zombie, one vertebra at a time, all the way. And once you've risen all the way, roll the shoulders forward, up and back, release. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up high. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Tree pose, right side. So foot can come anywhere along the side of the leg. Just squeeze everything into the midline. And then options for hands. Maybe you want to take a shoulder opener here, Gomukhasana arms, by bringing your right hand behind you and your left arm, left hand under to meet the right hand. So you'd look like this. Take 3 breaths to play, to wobble, to come back. One more, inhale in. On your exhale, just release the hands, hands back to center, funky chair, right side, sit low. It's all right, Christy, you got it. Sit a little bit lower. Flex your toes and then stay here or try on flying pigeon. So you can start to plant the palms, wrap your toes around your tricep. And even if you don't fly, feel what it feels like just to shift your weight into your palms. And just see what that feels like. And then maybe you get curious, lift the toe. Breathe for 3, for 2. Slowly rise back up into your funky chair. And then grab onto your big toe with your right peace fingers. Really find a root to rise connection. And then come up to stand, extended leg raise, right side. Shake it out if you need to and come back in. Sometimes my foot cramps up too. That's only human. Once you find your extended leg raise, maybe you start to open out to the right side, teeing out the left hand. Come back through to center, switch the grip, and tee out the right arm. Start to look behind you. And you keep your knee as bent as you'd like here. Take one more inhale in. On your exhale, step the right foot forward, reverse half moon. So you're kicking your left heel up. We're here. Yeah. Twisting over to the right side, stack the shoulders. Nice job, everybody. Take one more long inhale in. As you exhale, step the left toes down, twisted crescent lunge. So hands come back to heart center. We're still twisted over to the windows, hooking your left tricep to the outside of the right knee. Stay here, spread your wings. You have 3 breaths. One more, long inhale in. On your exhale, come through, crescent lunge, rise. Step the back foot forward, chair twist to the blank wall, rinse it out. Make sure your knees are in line here. And then again, stay, spread your wings, maybe side crow. I've definitely prepped you for it if you want to go for it. Stay here for 3. Christy said it's a challenge for 2. Take one more long breath in. And then exhale, forward fold, release. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. Peace toes, again, peace toes. I really didn't mean to say it this time. Peace fingers around your big toes. And then bend your elbows. Maria and Eduardo know what I'm talking about. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Allow the crown of your head to release. Three breaths to check back in, to remember that it's just you, your breath, your mat. And then Malasana, deep prayer squat, or Bakasana, crow pose, go. Or both. You can start in Malasana and end in crow. You have 5 breaths. Find a lift in the chest, a grounding in the hips. 3 breaths. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then shoot it back, Vinyasa, high to low. Find your up dog. Find your downward facing dog. Great job. Take a big inhale in. Exhale, travel feet to hands, step or hop. And then again, really slowly, really heavy, 1 vertebra at a time, you rise to stand. Once you arrive, sweep the fingertips up high. And exhale, hands to heart center, side out. Tree pose, left side. So find that connection first, and then find that lift in the front, that grounding in the back. Feel free to take the Gomukhasana arms on this side. This time your left hand would come up and overhead, and your right hand would come underneath to meet it. Start to open out in the chest, the shoulders. 1 more big breath in. As you exhale, release the arms, hands back to heart center. Funky chair, left side, sit low. So you have a little bit of everything here. A bit of strength, a bit of hip opening, a bit of balance. It's almost like you have nothing else to think about. So think about all the things your body is doing right now. And then you have your options here to stay here or take flying pigeon. You have 3 breaths. 1 more, long inhale in. Slowly rise back up to stand, exhale. And then your left peace fingers wrap around your left big toe. Slowly come back up to stand, extended leg raise, left side. And you can keep your knee here as bent or as straight as you'd like. Slowly open out to the white wall now, to the left. And then when you're ready, coming back through to center, switching the grip to the knee or the foot. Maybe you tee out and twist, look behind you. Take one inhale to stand up a little taller. Your longest exhale steps your left foot forward, reverse half moon, facing the white wall. You know, I really just realized that when we have windows and we have the wall, so to the windows, to the wall. So I really didn't realize it until now. Kick your right heel up a little higher by engaging your right glute. Stay here for one more breath, and on your exhale, softly step back, stay in the twist, twisted crescent lunge. Your hands come to heart center as you start to find almost like you're pushing into your right palm to open out your chest. Twist it open. Stay here, spread their wings, half or full bind. One more inhale in. Exhale, come through, crescent lunge, rise. Then step the back foot forward, hands to heart center, rinse it out to the right side. Again, take a second to make sure that your hips and your knees are in line. And then go where you want to go. You have 3 more. Breathe here for one more. Inhale in. As you exhale, forward fold, release. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. This time, take Gorilla Asana, stepping on the soles of your feet. You can start to shift your weight into your toes, massaging out your wrist creases. It's like a little self-care moment. And then take 2 more. Long inhale in. Long exhale out. Malasana deep prayer squat or Bakasana crow pose number 2. Go. Go where you go for 5 breaths. Breathe deep for 2. Belly button to spine, Eduardo. Think about that next time you go for it. Belly button to spine. Breathe here for 1 more. Inhale in. And on your exhale, step or shoot it back, Vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift the hips back. Great job. Take a long inhale in. And on your exhale, look forward and jump through to Navasana boat pose, rise. High boat. So I have a little proposition for your boat today. If you normally keep your knees in tabletop, can you straighten them today? Just for a second. You can come back to it, I promise. On your inhale, maybe lift the chest a little more. Exhale, low boat, lower hover. Inhale, rise back up, high boat. Exhale, hover, low boat. Remember that belly button to spine. Inhale, high boat, rise. Exhale, hover and lower, low boat. Inhale, high boat, rise. Exhale, low boat. Last one. Inhale, high boat rise. Exhale, low boat, you hold. Pulse the heels up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, for 3, 2, 1. High boat rise. You can do it. And then hug your knees in, roll back onto your back, release. Setting up for 3 back bends of your choice. So since we have 3, just listen to your body and take what you need. It could be bridge, full wheel, camel. On your next inhale, rise. So really root down through the heels so that you lift up the hips even more so. Stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and then 1. Release and lower. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Inhale, back bend number 2, go. Bridge or full wheel, go for it now for 7, 6, 5, 4, it's just you and your breath, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck, lower, release. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Last back bend, rise. It's like none of us are even in here. It is just you. Focus on you. Stay here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Tuck the chin, lower, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come to touch your knees out wide. Left hand over your heart, right hand over your belly. And then breathing into both palms equally. Settle back into your breath. Find a long inhale in. And on your exhale, happy baby, grab the outside edges of your feet, drawing your knees closer to the ground. You can rock from side to side, extend out one knee and then the next. Take another breath. And then start to rock and roll up the length of your spine, up the length of your mat, until you gain enough momentum to flow through. One more vinyasa. Find your high to low. Maybe pause in your up dog for the abs. And then find your downward facing dog. 3-legged dog, right side, lift the right heel up high. Exhale, knee to nose, holds. Flex your right toes towards your face. Hold for 3, for 2, and then 1. Half pigeon, right side, release. So make sure that you're sitting up on your hips here and you're not rolled over onto your right butt. And then once you feel like you're sitting up on top of your hips, you can release the elbows, the forearms, and then also your forehead as you settle back in. So lately I've been really into this deeper sense of knowing thing. You know, that really cool thing where you're really sure of everything you do and say. And I must say it's rarer than I remember it being. And it really started with a conversation with a friend I had, where I noticed after every sentence, she would end by saying, "But I don't know." Do you ever do that? Do you ever say something and then you're like, "Oh, but I don't know"? I do that all the time. So I stopped for a second and I told her, I said, what if you did know? And she was like, what? What are you talking about? I said, what if you did know and that was enough? And then we had a really nice, quiet moment of staring at each other. And then I thought about it and I said, yes, what if you did know and that was enough? Stay here for 5 more. Take one more long breath in. And on your exhale, slowly press up out of your half pigeon. Take the quad stretch on this side, reaching for your back foot. And then when you're ready, release, pressing both palms down. Step it back, downward facing dog. You can take the counter stretch if you'd like, open out the hip, up to you. And then left side, three-legged dog, lift the left heel. Exhale, knee to nose, hold for 3. Tuck in round for 2. Bring the knee in closer for 1, and then half pigeon left side, release. So set yourself up for your half pigeon here, noticing the differences, what your body needs on this side. And then releasing the body, coming back to the breath. So now whenever she says, but I don't know, she immediately says, but what if I did know and that was enough? Sometimes knowing is scary. Sometimes knowing means that we have to do something about it. And that can be the scariest thing of all. So next time that you find yourself hesitating and thinking, but I don't know, what if you did know and that was enough? And what if you did go for it because you could? What if? Stay here for 3. Breathe for 2. Find one more inhale in. And slowly on your exhale, you press up and out. Find the quad stretch on this side. Reach for your back foot. And then when you're ready, release. Press back into your down dog. Find a counter stretch on this side, lifting the left knee up high. And then find your downward facing dog once again. Take a look to the front of your mat. Hop, step, or float through to seated, extending your legs out long in front of you. Flex your toes towards your face. And on your inhale, sweep your fingertips up high. Exhale, seated forward fold, release. So draw your shoulders away from your ears here. And then internally rotate your thighs so that you have a little bit of a lift in your sits bones. With each exhale, you fold a little deeper. Quieting the body and the breath. Take one more long inhale in. And on your exhale, slowly roll all the way back up to seated. Tuck your tailbone under. And then one vertebra at a time, little extra core here, super, super slow. You roll all the way to laying on your back. Release. Taking waterfall or shoulder stand. Just lifting your ankles, your legs above your heart. Little bit of an inversion to get everything going the opposite way. Stay here or journey into plow pose, dropping your toes behind your head. And then you maybe want to release the hands. Maybe you bend your knees by your ears, taking deaf man's pose. Stay here for one more inhale in. Exhale out. And then slowly release one vertebra at a time, rolling all the way to laying on your back. Hug your right knee into your chest. Supine twist over to the left side. Tee your right arm out. Look over to your right fingertips. And then maybe you even use your left palm to guide your right knee closer to the ground. Stay heavy in your right shoulder. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, come through back to center, switching sides. Left knee comes to your chest this time as you twist over to the right side of the room. Gazing over to your left fingertips. Take one more inhale in. As you come through to center, hug both knees into the center, knee to nose, really crunch up into a little tiny ball, get really nice and small. One big inhale in. And as you exhale, release Shavasana, your final resting pose. Allow your toes to splay out to the sides, taking up space on your mat in this studio. Remembering that it really is you, your breath, and your mat. And every single cell in you knows exactly what you have to do. But for now, you find rest and release. Take a long inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rotating the ankles and the wrists. Take a full body stretch, reaching up and overhead. Get really nice and long. And then on your exhale, curl up into a fetal position. Get nice and small. Just taking a second to soak up your practice. And then with your eyes remained closed, press up to seated, facing us at the front of the room with your hands to heart center. Together we'll close class with one shared breath. Let's all take a long inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Bring your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center. Together we bow to our deepest knowing as we say namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming to class this evening. I hope you all enjoyed. You all did a great job. I felt your energy. And as a teacher, there's nothing better than feeling like you are all in it and you are totally in it. Thank you, Liv, for assisting class today. If you have any feedback for her, please let her know. That is how we learn. Also, if you have feedback for me, please let me know. But if anything else, have a great night and a great rest of your week. Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much for joining. Awesome. Have a great night. Thank you.